iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max? What's next in 2023? How many people are interested? What do we do? When I come to my house, I will be happy with my loved ones. What's next with a new video when calling? iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max? What's next in 2023? If you want to help your video record the channel to receive new updates, you will be able to compare it with an explanation. The iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max also use Apple's smartphones to come and continue to send popular ones to their devices on the iPhone 15. You can also compare them to other phones, as they are different from each other. The iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max do not use any recent Apple data, but this is due to the number of phones available on the market. When you come to the iPhone 15 Pro, you will find the same size as the models you are using that come to us. Some of the Pro phones have the A16 CPU from Apple and the phone, which also has something similar to the A17 Pro most recently. The iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max can use either the impression to help them configure or excel at configuring the camera that captures the photos and the same video. Pro Max tambourine of beneficios addiciones, with the main battery and the main one, which can use the decibels to connect to it. It is important to learn what to consider when reading or deciphering it. What's more, what you want from the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, including many other important ones. Progetto, Gross Mod. iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max compare basic to the aesthetic design. You will find more elegant barras of Aco inoxidorval for people later on, when you are on the next street, because of what they have in the world, that is, our models of these iPhones belong to them, for enlargement. The iPhone 14 Pro can be 6.1 inches, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max can be 6.7 inches. Ambos os monitors possuem monitors Super Retina Pro XDR para initializer. There are some words that have different nuances in these places. The Pro Max also has the same size as the original one, but if we don't have a difference between using the iPhone 14 Pro, it's worth it. Ambers as these rooms present in illa dinamica, that is a sensitive repair in a context in a superior part of the place that can expose notifications and outras atividades for this dining room. The 6.7-inch phone of the iPhone 14 Pro Max is much larger on the US market when it comes to the phone, especially with the promotion technology used on it. This is where the time comes to choose from the Apple Arcade or help you connect to the cell phone. Embora or iPhone 14 Pro either has one or the other. It may be used when someone does what he or she is the main one. We tend to do that and recursus principe. In addition, it is easier for us to use the superior iPhone 14 Pro for some of the greater use of the phone to use the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Cameras. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max are equipped with other camera systems. This part of the market has a 48 megapixels sensor, which the USA also uses to produce images to produce 12 megapixels images with a high quality impression. And you can also capture images in ProRAW with no complete format of 48 megapixels. You can also use a 12 megapixels ultra-resolution sensor and a telephoto lens with a 3x optical zoom, which allows the photos to be saved with the help of the previous sensor. Do not use different sensors or a standard selfie camera, which can automatically display and allow you to enter the main screen to capture the appropriate photos. Really ask for the phone and the battery. This battery is used the same size as the iPhone 14 Pro or the Pro Max has an additional battery, but the Pro Max USA is connected to the main battery for the phone or the main battery. The iPhone 14 Pro has a 3200 mAh battery, and the Pro Max has a 4323 mAh battery, which results in a longer temperature than the old one. It also indicates that the message you use is the main one, or that the battery of the iPhone 14 Pro Max is simpler and less significant on the comparison with the battery. Port and 2. For us to use the phone and other phones to do so, you can try to get it from your device when using the main model, and then connect it to the iPhone 14 Pro. Madindo. We don't know what to do when we use the iPhone 14 Pro Max to fit it. If your phone has a hardened phone and a hardened battery, you can use it to save more money. The iPhone 14 Pro is 6.1 inches, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max is 6.7 inches. It is very large and elegant and very suitable for children, with the content and everything they do. No need to use your phone at all times. When the phones come with the original chipset and the new one, you can choose the iPhone 14 Pro that either comes to the phone for the first time. What's wrong? The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max have additional bonuses. As long as these real phones are on your phone, you can also use it to find the maximum value of your device, or the iPhone 14 Pro Max on the display. No. You can use my phone to hold the phone that makes it easier for you when you are at home at the same time as the original one with the premium options, or the iPhone 14 Pro is now available on the main page. I'm already here. It depends on what you want from us. If you don't have any money on the Pro Max of $100, it will come to the market. There is no final video. The grade will help you with what you want, and we will see the video on it.